Hello, my friends. I just realized I had the wrong stream starting soon screen on. That's fine. I had the generic
this
one
one
on.
works fine for...
Yeah, I had the generic one that's based off of Togepi.
Oh, just...
Yeah, because if you look at the shapes on it, it's the Togepi egg. Yeah. Which, I don't know. I like it still. That was like my one graphic design thing I've done. But let's just jump into things. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. One more week of Astral calling. We're down a rose next week, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've
we
got
are.
my cousin's wedding.
Yes. We're down a rose next week. We're down a Maya next week too. Possibly.
Do we just want to not stream next
We might just not stream. Well, then we're missing 2 whole weeks. We might do something
Heroes of
different
the Storm stream.
without McKenna.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
She
what
can
was
Yeah,
that?
'cause
she
I don't
can
know
sit,
what the fuck
eat
that is.
snacks and ridicule us.
I'm just gonna probably watch TV. Respectfully. there's just other things to watch, I'm sorry.
Okay, but when
I
are we
just-
doing the roast of Will?
At some point. We should at some point.
We come not to kill Will, but to roast him.
Y'all have been waiting for one night for that?
To be
You've been
fair,
giving them
McKenna,
away for free.
Super
to
dedicated.
be fair, McKenna, you have special permissions.
You've been giving them away for free.
I didn't realize we're supposed to be saving those for an event. I could have been writing them down. Oh,
Oh, Lordy Lou.
it'd be a long roast.
It would be. There's a lot of things to roast about me.
And at least half of it would be McKenna.
Yeah. I feel like McKenna could do like a 2 to 3 hour of just like things that are wrong with Will roast.
Oh god, I don't think I could do that. 2 to 3 hours? I like to talk, but girl, not that much.
You got a lot of games to pull from.
You have a lot of experiences to pull from.
This is true. But anyway, we're here
anyway.
playing this game tonight,
Astral
This
calling
game.
tonight.
not doing a roast.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Who knows what'll happen when
Maybe
we
that's
actually
like the
start
big
playing.
like 1,000 follower stretch goal.
Yeah, sure. 1,000 followers. I sit and we all fly down to LA. We rent out like a theater space, and we do it like a big show.
Rent one of the little fringe theaters for pretty
Yeah,
cheap.
that's what I'm saying. Like we rent like a little, like, how do you do? I would say we would rent one of the theaters where I did like terrible plays, but they closed during COVID, so I can't.
They sure did.
They got turned into a
We're talking
chicken
about
store.
the complex.
No.
Chicken store.
Okay.
Does McKenna run that chicken store too?
No. Yes, so tonight we're playing some D&D 5e, some spell jamming adventures in space. In space. But before we get to space announcements, number one being other shows on the channel. Now, tomorrow night we would normally have a thing at Tabletop Bros, but we're taking the week off to do some stuff off stream. Then on Sunday, we have Cozy Co-op on the 14th. The 15th, we have the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. How will we deal with a duo of demi-liches? Join us and find out.
Wish us luck. We might die.
Speaking of death, on Tuesday night, you can see myself and Datafang dying a lot as we play through Remnant 2 at the hardest difficulty. Datafang is one of the game's devs, so if you want to hear some really interesting sort of like background knowledge on the game while you see 2 people struggle their way through, join us for that. One of the people I met at Rose's wedding. Very fucking cool. Speaking of very fucking cool, Wednesday night, Wild Ambition, Gala. Holy crap, do I have plans for people. There's going to be some fair amount of like one-on-one stuff happening, so get ready for that. There's going to be some moments to let the characters really shine this week, and I'm really excited for it.
Will Lorgar get his, torrid romance on the dance floor?
Maybe Lorgar will fucking betray the party again, Matt. What about that? Hmm?
I don't know what you're talking about. Neither does your
What about
character,
that?
actually. I can't feel that, McKenna. I'm thousands of miles away.
McKenna, 2
Not
weeks.
next week, you're not. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, bitch. Catch these hands.
I don't know. You seem confused about time. I worry about distance too. You'll be like shadowboxing while I'm
I don't got
across the
time to
room.
think when I'm throwing hands, Matthew. You're not gonna have time to think when I'm throwing hands, Matthew.
I don't know. I'm pretty good.
I'll
at
get
bothering
you
with it.
and your little mummy cat too, bitch.
You'll leave Salt out of this. They are. I was gonna say they're just following orders, but that's not an excuse.
Are they blameless? Are they blameless in this? So it is your fault. So it is your fault.
I take full responsibility for any of Salt's actions.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Salt truly living up to their name for McKenna. Then,
The
on
prophecy.
Thursday, we're off. Go spend time with your family. Do cool things. I'm rehearsing a play. I found out that one of my castmates lives nearby Emily, and because they normally bus home, I've started driving them home on Thursday nights just so I have an excuse to go randomly see Emily and just be like that. At 9 o'clock at night yesterday, I took her for a spontaneous ice cream date. It was fun.
Cute.
Yeah. It's like spontaneous ice cream. Spontaneous ice cream. Then on Friday, we have the Astral Calling. The show you're watching right now, and while you're watching this show, well, because of the fabulous cast that we have, some might call them all stars, because it's a space campaign. I thought that was good. Starting off with someone who loves my puns almost as much as they love astrology, we have Chad playing Vim.
Correct.
They're
I
in
do
the-
love
they're in
those things
the-
the same amount, which is
They're in the
not at
ball.
all.
They're in the ballpark of each other. You could say that. That's true.
High Rollers had an amazing one, Chad. Kim did an amazing one with her new character. It was great.
I'm also like super behind on their new campaign.
I'll send you the TikTok clip of it because it is
Oh,
hilarious. It's an amazing pun. Then, of course, someone whose age is not at all representative of how they hold themselves. The ancient one known as Matt tonight, playing Darius. How are you doing tonight, Matt?
I mean, I've got a beverage, so the sand in my blood is not so much of an issue. I'm old. Yes, I'm playing our dear Malboy Darius, ready to forge some things and be constantly worried about everyone else in the party.
Speaking of being worried about people in the party, someone who is often concerned for their partner, we have McKenna playing Evie.
It's true. It's true. Evie is frequently concerned for Luna. But that's why she's getting a little armor boost. Evie has been carefully watching Darius and how he crafts armor. That's right. And I had messaged Rose last week being like, you're getting an armor +1 because I have an extra infusion. And you get girlfriend privileges. Also, you keep putting yourself between me and things that want to hit me, so please take an armor class bump.
And while controlling your character, I was like, oh no, Luna's AC not so good. Not so
Like
good,
I said, I did not want to be the person responsible if Luna went down
It's not
last
the
week.
worst. It's just not like Darius's AC.
Yeah, it's also not like Vim's
That was-
AC, the person who's always at range and keeping away from people anyway.
I mean, yeah, no.
That's one of the things I wanted to solve this week, possibly by browbeating the people we just saved their entire livelihood and community with. Or at least they could give me some good materials and I'll make you something.
Yeah, but I think
Darius
Evie...
original.
I think Evie had to learn how to do that armor thing a little bit from Darius, because a lot of her, I was looking through how I've done things for her, a lot of like her armor class boosts for herself, I consider them body modifications rather than armor. And Luna needs actual armor. Or at least a magical infusion of some sort. So that's what Evie's
But-
been doing.
If they're body mods to you, what if fusion?
Oh, a little Steven Universe dance. That'd be cute.
Speaking of magical,
Half jelly, half bunny.
Artists out there, please draw the
just
Steven
at
Universe
this point, just say
fusion
Emily.
of
At this point, just
Emily.
ask Emily to do it.
Hold on, what would
Emily.
that
Oh
be
wait,
called?
Rose
Or,
is
I guess,
beneath me,
McKenna.
so I
But we
point
could
down
do
and you
like
point
a
up.
Steven Universe fusion version of.
What would you call
Oh wait,
it?
you're.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stat this out now, aren't I?
Jello Moon,
Huh.
Yeah.
Bouncy Bunny.
I should
It's
be really cute.
Lovey. That's
It's
the
Lovey.
name.
Lovey.
Right?
Yeah, that works.
Whose phone is going off?
Yours.
Oh, that is my mother trying to call me. I don't
Oh.
know why. I'm
Not
ignoring
today,
her.
Rose's mom. We're
Not
playing
today.
D&D.
And
Busy.
last but not least, the most magical of us all, Rosalie playing Luna.
Hello. It's good to be back. I missed y'all last week.
I'm just happy that I was not responsible for Luna's death last week.
I'm glad nobody was responsible for Luna's death last week. But there is a reason that I keep getting knocked out repeatedly this campaign, and it's that this build is wild. Dex Paladin is certainly an interesting take on life, but now I have a 3rd level of fighter, so I'm a battle master. So let's see if some of those special battle combat maneuvers come in handy.
Sad that my favorite fighter subclass once again was not chosen, but now we will roll the intro.
Wait, what's your favorite? I'm McKenna.
Once again, our continued stream chats during the intros really do need to be recorded and turned into some sort of Patreon reward. Every stream we're just getting to new content that would be hilarious to have for that.
I tell
Well,
everyone
maybe
where the
they're just
bodies
for
are buried.
us.
But last time on the Astral Calling, our party fought a black hole and won.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Good
I
job,
think is
guys.
fucking cool. Listen, there are things in things in space games that I, as Will, have always wanted to do, and one of them is punch a black hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
None
it's a good
of
thing.
us punched it.
No,
that's true.
but
But-
Rash repeatedly drove a forklift
Yeah.
into it.
Which is arguably objectively cooler.
Yeah, yeah. Rose, there was a Rash hijacked a forklift and was smashing a forklift into that black hole monster.
Does she have an active driver's license?
I mean,
This
at
was
her
not
big
OSHA
age,
compliant.
Yeah. Although she is now
Like-
forklift certified.
OSHA violations.
It's the Marred Poppy system.
SPOSHA.
It's the
yeah,
Marred.
it's the
You
Marred
will.
Poppy system.
It's the Marred Poppy
anything
system. There's no OSHA in the Marred
No
Poppy
SPOSHA?
system. No SPOSHA.
No space
SPOSHA.
OSHA.
No SPOSHA.
Space needs OSHA.
goes.
I love
SPOSHA.
SPOSHA.
I mean, SPOSHA is in Gilded Garden. Gilded Garden has SPOSHA, but Marred Poppy, the scum of hive and villainy. The hive of scum and villainy.
There you go.
Wow.
You got there eventually.
Scum of
It was-
hive and villainy.
The scum of hive and
A
villainy.
rough
It was-
one.
It took a bit, but you reached the destination.
Oh god, I think that's one of the worst ones I've ever done.
Don't
Does not have
Alex.
SPOSHA.
That.
Please
What?
stop saying SPOSHA. It sounds
No.
Why?
dirty.
I love SPOSHA.
SPOSHA's
We
great.
all love SPOSHA.
Oh, my health is rapidly going down.
That sounds like somebody's character name. There needs to be like,
SPOSHA.
It sounds
Yeah.
like a really awkward acronym, which it is.
So is
Yeah,
OSHA.
space OSHA.
It sounds like
SOSHA.
I hope this isn't offensive, but it reminds me of like Saoirse. Like Saoirse Ronan, like Sposha.
On behalf of all Irish people, fuck you,
I'm
Rose.
also Irish, so it's okay. Great.
I'm deeply, deeply offended. You're right, though.
The English in me is just going, should I say something?
No.
No.
The Irish in me says no.
On behalf of all mutts.
Then the Scottish in me says, shut up.
Precisely.
Me sitting here knowing my lineage and just...
I've got all three of those.
Got a
I don't
lot.
think I have any British. I have some Scottish and I have some Irish. I don't think I have British.
Russian and German.
Everything.
One branch of my family.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Volunteered that information without us even having to ask. We were gonna just let you have that one.
Well, I'll share that one, which I find
Billy's
interesting.
got that
Technically,
one.
it's Prussia, but it's
But space.
same thing. But space. So yes, last time in the Astral Calling, our party fought.
You got this.
Will.exe is rebooting. Last time on
Would
the
you like to
Astral
enter safe
Calling.
mode?
Dial-up sound.
What about
That's my dial-up sound.
that? That was
Last time on the
A
Astral
for
Calling.
effort.
Fuck.
Y'all have to stop talking at the
It's
same
like
time
that.
you start to
It's
talk.
like that. It's like that one. It's like that game where we all try to count to 10.
Oh God.
It's like I was trying to do the intro
You will now answer the riddle all simultaneously.
simultaneously. Ah, God. Last time on the Astral Calling, our party fought a black hole and won. They successfully stopped the Calistigian Order and their machinations to destroy the Marred Poppy system using Dr. Tolatio's invention.
You heard it
Evie
here
once-
first.
Evie once again proved that Evie is the superior scientist to her creator. Yeah, I think that's all like the big things that hit last time, right? I'm forgetting anything. It was a like hour of combat. It was an hour and a half of combat, but I
the
feel
whole
like
session was combat.
I feel like the combat was pretty well paced, etc. But yeah. So yeah, that's what happened last time. The only reason it took so long was because Rose was not here and didn't roll 3 natural 20s in a row.
Or 3 not ones in a row.
Or 3 nat ones in a row. Oh no, Chad did that.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
yeah, things happen.
But yeah, that's where we're picking up. I'll let you all decide. Do you want to pick up immediately after the battle, where we left off, or do you want to pick up once y'all have basically cleaned up and gotten back to Helio?
We can pick up immediately after the
Yeah,
battle.
that's fine.
All right. So yeah, as you're standing in this docking bay, the almost like glitching now image of Saika is just like on one of the TVs, just like and
Firebolt the TV again.
Right? And like sword friend stabs the TV.
Or at least like prestidigitate the word mid over it in big hot pink letters.
I'm just going to ignore it, and I'm going to just go over and try to start harvesting parts from the TVs.
Oh, you go for that. I'm petty.
Hi, Petty. I'm Will.
And everyone gets a hero point.
Yay.
Yes, everyone
No,
does.
This isn't Monday. I don't have that power.
Everyone does start with a hero point. But yes, that's exactly what we're picking up as you begin to clean up this sort of battlefield. Rash says, "All right, I'm going to try to park this thing," and as they like go for it, they start to basically try to park the forklift. They get it stuck in accelerating, and Rash jumps out of it at the last second as it is jettisoned into space.
You weren't gonna let us keep the forklift. Rat bastard.
Where were we gonna put it?
Also,
On a
in fact,
ship.
did he
We have a
use the
docking
player
bay.
character who's not here to take it away from us?
Rude. Rude.
Talk
You can-
about betraying the party.
if you want a forklift, you can buy a forklift.
I don't want
So there's
I don't
another
wanna-
one, someone on
I don't
this.
want to buy one. I want to steal one.
I want to have
I
the
want it
one
for free.
that we beat up a black hole with. It
It
has
had sentimental
sentimental value.
Yeah.
Chat, can a
call it a
forklift
truck.
have...
Is that enough to buy a forklift?
One could call it a trophy.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, can I roll to like stop the forklift before
I
it
real-
gets jettisoned into
I
space?
realize I've somehow flipped sides on this.
Sadly, we
Not
haven't
even sure how
rested,
that
so I
happened.
can't use heat metal to fuse the wheels, so it can't actually fly out into space.
If you want to save the forklift can be saved, that's fine.
I can
You
use
can.
maybe
I'm not
my
even going to make
Tinker's
you roll.
tools.
If you actively want to save the forklift,
Yeah.
you can save the forklift.
I don't.
Yeah,
Now,
I
you know
do.
what would be the funniest
Okay.
thing here?
I
We
can't
just
drive.
left it. If we did all
Well,
that
we
and then
need
just left
we need
it.
a sick ride at least to get back up to Helio.
The forklift
Actually, you know
will
what?
remember that.
It's funny. We don't actually have like a small like vehicle that we can deploy when the ship lands for distances. Like we've always having just been walking. Like we don't have like a
forklift
little
is-
hover skiff or something.
Yeah, but I mean, while that is a good idea, I'm assuming you meant the forklift as a thread to the idea of something
Well,
like that,
not
and
right.
not that the
Forklift has a maximum speed.
I would
of
say, and not
probably-
like the forklift itself was going to be that vehicle, because I'm
No.
pretty sure I can fly fast.
I doubt they even have speedometers on them. They cannot go fast enough for it to matter.
If your settings can be measured in low or high, then maybe it's not fast enough to be used in that
Is it the
capacity.
turtle or the rabbit?
Do you know how fast you were going? Hi?
All right, everybody, hop on the forklift. We're going medium turtle speed back to Helio.
Oh my god, there's actually a turtle drawn on the dashboard. Does it have to make that sound?
It does. It's a safety thing.
It's a safety precaution.
It's very loud.
I mean,
Cover
I'm
your
sure.
ears.
I'm
It's
sure.
hard, they're very large.
I'm sure Evie could disable it if she wanted to.
Well, actually, before we leave
It would be a
this room,
SPOSHA violation to disable it.
before we leave this room, I did want to just do an actual once-over to see if there was anything interesting. Not to mention the fact that I wanted to check if the people who deployed this black hole here maybe left behind any sort of like evidence or equipment or anything we could maybe get information from.
Well,
We
they
had to
had.
get it down here, so
Well, the armor around it is like a Calistigian armor, a Calistigian order armor set.
okay.
I mean,
I suppose we could study it.
yeah, if there's no like weirdness to it that's gonna like try and do anything to us, we could at least keep it and check it out.
Actually, I would love to, like, just speaking as, someone who works with armor and metal, I would love to study at least, like, a fragment of this kind of armor. I mean, I might learn something about where it was from, how it was made. Some sort of information would be interesting. That, or it just could be a cool metal to work with.
Well, we can load it onto the forklift.
I mean, that's what forklifts are for.
That's what forklifts are for.
Jubilant. This is wonderful. I sometimes
All
forget
right, is there
that.
anything else we need down here? I suppose, is the black hole still just like contained in that little
Yeah,
box?
it's in your little MacGyver black hole purse. You now have 2 black holes.
I now have 2 black holes in my purse.
This is
Oh,
a weird
what-
collection to.
What happens if you put 2 together? Do they just make a
No.
infinity symbol?
No, that's a death
I
sentence.
think
Would
in
you like
general-
to? Would you like to put the 2 black holes together and
I
see
think
what
in
happens?
general, that's just a don't do
I mean,
that.
I've always wanted to play Ravenloft. So if we destroy this campaign with 2 black holes,
I mean, a big bang would reset the universe. Listen, do you want to speed run this campaign? Would you like to gale your way through
Oh.
honor mode?
don't give. I mean, it would solve all our problems.
It would solve all the problems of the universe. It would
I
be
mean,
exactly
Is that
what the
also-
Calistigian Order wants, but
yeah, I don't wanna do that.
hypothetically would create a whole infinite slew of new problems. So,
Well, they wouldn't be our problems though.
well, yes, because we would
Yeah,
be dead.
nothing would ever be our problem again.
Exactly.
And there are much faster and less complicated ways to accomplish that if that was your goal.
Well, I don't know. That seems,
I mean, it doesn't seem very complicated.
That does seem pretty fast too, though, to do. I'm not
Yeah.
saying we should do it. I'm actually saying we shouldn't, but it is probably would be fast.
It's like me touching fingers with Nega Darius, just like antimatter and matter. Pop, universe gone. But no, I'm not going to put the two black holes together.
Well, good, because they're already in my inventory, so you had to take them from me
They might as
anyway.
well be a different dimension.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if I got a small mummified cat?
Evie, how are you storing the black holes? God, this is such a weird conversation to have.
So, theoretically, since they are contained,
They are.
the bag of holding would not be an issue.
It wouldn't be. Are you going to put the black holes into the bag of holding?
Wait, is this how we get Dark Sun?
I
I
don't,
don't like the way you're asking me that.
I am simply asking you that question.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Let's
I have
ask-
no.
It's never
I have.
simple.
I have no ulterior motives. This is me just asking where you were storing the black holes.
I'm literally
Can I make
torn.
an
Well, you
Arcana
can't help but
check?
smile. You
Well,
can't help
the thing is, I'm torn because I can understand how that could just be a simple question because otherwise, if they're both just loose in your inventory, you would have to be very specific in keeping them apart. Whereas it wouldn't be an issue in the. But on the other end, it could be some fuckery. So
There's no fuckery here. I'm just smiling to have some fun and to make you all think there's fuckery. But I promise there's no
You
fuckery.
lie like a rug. Can I
as
make
easily as he breathed.
Can I make some manner of tool check? Maybe my Tinker's tools to see if they are contained enough to be safely placed in a bag of holding without ending the universe.
Yeah, you could do that.
Does anyone have a
I might even have a +2 to this.
skill
with
points in
difficulty.
astrophysics?
Surprisingly,
I
Luna.
I took that skill
That's
level.
still a 29.
Yeah. You think that they're probably safe to put into a bag of holding?
Probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
definitely.
they're definitely safe to put into a bag of holding.
Why are you saying it like that?
Why? I'm just saying it.
Mm-mm, no, you're not.
No,
You're
you're
being
There's
not.
sus.
there's a tone.
Actually, that's a 31 with the Book of Alchemy.
Yeah, they're definitely safe to put into a bag of
That-
holding.
It would have been so good if it's like that's a 31. Okay, actually that would kill everybody and kill and destroy everything.
That's why I specified, is because I don't trust him right now. He's got a shifty demeanor.
What's so shifty about it? Listen, I would
timing.
love
What's
to be
so
shifty.
shifty about it? You are, well, congratulations, you're being shifty right now.
I'm shifting. Oh, I'm shifting position. Haha.
So if I put both of these in my bag of holding,
Nothing bad will happen.
happen.
Immediately.
That's a on a 31.
Nothing
What will
bad.
happen eventually?
I mean, eventually, maybe someone steals the bag of holding and like flips it inside out and then breaks it without your knowledge, but like that won't happen. Like, there's
Well,
nothing wrong with the
theoretically,
container.
That could be the case with any bag that we
Exactly.
store them in.
There's
Unless-
nothing. There's nothing that the act of putting them into the bag of holding will do to destroy the universe. I promise.
Or our specific area of the universe.
Or
that we
your
are occupying
specific
right
area
now.
of the universe that you're occupying right now. Placing these items in the bag of holding and the way they are contained will have no consequence to you or the party.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do, so that we don't have all of our black hole eggs in one bag of holding basket, I'll put one in my bag,
Okay.
and I will give the other to Darius. That seems like the most responsible decision.
I love the idea of Evie just having one of these canisters floating inside of her. Just like with like a black hole.
The look on McKenna's face.
The places your mind goes, William.
That'd be hilarious. Like, imagine a gelatinous cube with like a container that has like a black hole in it inside of it.
Now that sounds like a boss encounter.
So here's the thing. While I agree with splitting them up, I don't agree. I mean, obviously for us just getting back, it's fine. But long term, I don't agree with one of us just having one on our person because people
Oh,
swing
no.
weapons at us all the time, and fire magic and all this and everything at us. So
I
I'm
mean,
just saying that the one that you're giving to Darius, we need to find something to do with it.
yes, I will find a safer place for it on the ship.
Evie, make me a just general arcana check.
Let's see what I can roll. Oh, 28. Easy. Easy.
So, Evie, they're black holes. Black holes, when condensed, create a lot of power. You might be able to use these as a crafting component.
Infinite power! I'm not sure you can power the ship with this. I never need to gas up ever again.
I was literally about to ask, like, hey, I'm just saying, like, nonsense crazy shit, but is there, would there be a way to upgrade our ship with one of these black holes? And I was just going to throw that idea at Evie and then see what comes out of it.
Quite possibly, but there is an equal or greater chance that I kill us all in the process.
I mean, let's try not to do that.
Well, that's the goal.
Yeah, only
And I am
Darius can
sure
kill
you will
party
hit your
members.
goal.
Thank you, Luna. How is that new armor? Does it fit okay? Does it...
Can you describe this armor? What did you?
I
Like, I thought it
think
was
it
an
is
infusion.
probably sort of a mother of pearl sheen on the galaxy coat that Luna already wears. A coat that it still sort of has that look of fabric, but it catches the light in an interesting way, and if you were to knock on it, it would have sort of a hard shell.
She does a little twirl then, and lets the light catch it. She's like, "Oh, I like it very much."
Okay, good. And I think it's also specifically on, like, you know, shoulders, like portions that are not super mobile. Like, it's not over the whole thing, but it catches the light and you can see where it's been sort of affixed, this magic.
Luna, to confirm, what is the actual type of armor you are wearing currently? There was some debate over this last time.
Oh, teehee. So, my soul bonded item is like my magical girl outfit that she like battle transforms into, which is just, I think, studded leather,
That would
which
make
is not
sense.
like great for level 8,
Yeah, it's just
but
12 plus a dex.
yeah, but my dex is a plus 5.
Alright.
Is Sword Friend a two-handed weapon?
No.
Here's a question.
I could carry a shield. I am aware of this.
Okay.
We have not come across one, and Luna has not occurred to Luna.
Also, it would ruin the
Oh,
aesthetic.
hey Luna, I just
Look,
realized.
if it's a cute shield, if it's like a rose quartz, like Steven Universe kind of like little shield,
Hey
in
Luna,
like pink hollow.
something just occurred to me. You have a free hand in all these fights. Why don't you have a shield?
Oh, I have never thought of that before.
I can
Do
make
you have one?
awesome shield.
I mean, I have one, but I use this one.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I can make you a shield. Not to mention, I looked it up, and if we're concerned about, all the other Dex armor is proving the issue. I wonder if there are some space elven armor I can find or something. Something that will be light.
I mean, there
not
are
in-
space elves.
There are
Will
space
just
elves.
cries as the one character he can hit gets armor.
I can hit Evie pretty reliably.
Yeah.
Not when I'm around.
Yeah.
Rash's AC isn't insane.
Nothing's gonna harm you while what is it? Not while I'm around from Sweetie Todd starts playing, but less creepy.
Yeah.
Does that make Evie Mrs. Lovett?
Yes. In fairness, that is a scientific pioneer right there.
Yes, they are a pioneer.
Yes, that was the pun.
Yeah. Chad just disappears from existence. Uh,
That one was good, Chad. You have, you can give us that, right?
Chad?
Am I?
Does that pun have Chad
That was a
approval?
good pun. That one had thought.
When you keep trying
You have to defend
pump,
it this long.
when you keep trying to pump from the same well, eventually that well dries out. And man, we're digging from that one well.
That's not how water works.
Yeah, but it is how wells work.
Yeah, it's how wells work. You can't use one well infinitely.
What? You've never
And
used a
continue to
well?
expand.
Well,
Yes, I have. I've used the infinite well.
of what?
Luna. So you said you are wearing studded leather, and your plus from your dex is +5. So you have an AC of 17. Plus.
Now it's 18 with the pearl
Fusion.
Okay.
from Evie. So I'd have
Even if
20 with a shield.
Yeah, even if you just manage to put together a shield that meets aesthetic approval.
I can literally whip up a shield from
That is
scrap.
the biggest requirement, more than anything
the aesthetic
else,
approval.
is the
It can't
aesthetic.
be scrap, Darius. It has
No,
to be pink.
no, but
Has to
no.
be
Remember,
cute.
I can take scrap, spend an hour, and reforge it from the atomic level into literally anything that's of equivalent value. So as long as
We
I have
love
enough
that.
scrap that equals the amount of value of a shield, I can make it look like anything you want. It could be a giant metal bow.
Like a
That's very
bow or a...
No,
Or like
a
a ribbon
like
bow,
a ribbon
but hard
bow.
and metal, and just like... And it can be pink.
Full
And then
Minnie
your
Mouse.
AC would be 20, and that's a perfectly respectable AC.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
because the metal shield
18
would be
is
plus
still a
2.
respectable AC. Not everybody has to have 20 plus AC.
Well,
but if I can,
I don't have 20 plus.
I have a free time.
I have 19, but I'm also not in melee if I can help it.
Yeah.
So,
And then there's just Evie rocking over here with her
16.
16. Actually, it might be. Is that with or without the?
It messes
Darius,
me. It messes me
sounds
up
like
so much
a shop
because
class moving around.
I've played an artificer,
Yeah,
but
16.
but I was playing the armorer artificer, so it's a completely different. And that's the thing about artificer. Every subclass is almost like a whole other class.
I miss that artificer, Chad. I miss Knight Righty and that artificer. They got on so well.
Just Fishman doing
One
little
day,
Iron Man lightning bolts all over the place.
Fishman and Pirate Rogue. It was great.
I would like to make an artificer with the mystic cannon, but I want it to be shaped like a penguin that just opens its little mouth and shoots a beam out.
I do
All right.
occasionally miss my
Chat,
gnome artificer.
is that a
has
Digimon?
battle companion.
You told me about that character years ago, and I
Tetcha.
still love them. Like
She's
that
so
entire
fun, and her
premise.
story was so good. A
Alright,
character
so-
that literally came to me in a dream, and I was like, I have to play this character. Do y'all ever? Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been like so deeply in the trenches of like your D&D delusion that you have a dream in a D&D universe?
It happens to McKenna more than you would think.
Yes.
I love having my little sleepy time adventures into little magical worlds, and when I remember them, they slap.
I dream of champion fighters.
Oh.
So, as the first chance I get, Darius is going to sit down with the scrap of the armor he got from the black hole, because I think this would be thematically cool, and is going to use his channel divinity, Artisan's Blessing, and make it into a wonderful pink bow that looks like cloth and is like wonderful and flowy looking, but clang, clang, clang.
With the trolley.
Dang, 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 what the
Imagine
hell?
someone like, what are you going to do with that bow? And you just like shield bash them in the face. Feel enchanted, mother trucker.
I love that everything Luna wears looks soft and light and cozy, and then you just like
Say hello to
We'll
sword
fuck
friend.
you up.
Stab.
Yeah.
we've just like outfitted her with it's just like the metal equivalent of wrapping someone in bubble wrap and being like, okay.
And she's such like, I mean, I know she's a rabbit folk, but like she's such a puppy of a person that you just like hand it to her and you're like, here you go, Luna. She's just like, okay.
So, Will, are you okay with us doing
Yeah,
this?
I'm
adding
I'm
the
I'm,
shields
I'm
to-
saying I am perfectly fine with that.
But while we are on the station, because this was a place of commerce, in fact, possibly some illegal, hard-to-find commerce, I would like to try and find if there are any interesting items to be had here. I have a small list.
Well, Matt,
Yes,
before you do anything with that,
that's fine. Yes.
there are a couple of things that we have for you. Upon your return to Helio, he'll get you all up into their sort of like private suite, and they will sit down on their couch and they will go full like just like pile. They'll just be like, all right,
This whole time.
thank you very much for that. I very much appreciate you helping me get things in order here, everyone. I would be remiss not to thank all of you. So, allow me to offer you each a personal gift.
Oh.
Ooh.
And they will open up a little black box.
A little black.
That's another black hole.
Inside of the little black box, there is 5 vials. First things first, for Evie, if you would mind approaching me for a moment.
Sure.
Inside of these vials are stem cells for a variety of different organisms.
I'm a little okay. This dude's into some weird shit. Okay.
Or he just knows how to get a good gift for somebody. Evie's into it.
Applying it, a biologist of your, well, a person of your scientific knowledge, I feel could probably integrate one of these to yourself to gain its abilities.
Fascinating. I probably
Biohacking.
could. I would like to know a little bit more about the origins of these stem cells. Is there any sort of
I'd like
notes
to
that
keep
we're taking,
exotic.
or-
I like to keep exotic pets. They're from my personal collection, and here are your choices, McKenna.
Oh, I get choices?
You get to pick one of these 5 sets of stem cells.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't expect this conversation to happen.
Why?
Like, here, we're gonna upgrade your character in D&D with stem cells.
That's the Evie way. What part of Evie's armor is a body modification? Was she unclear about?
I feel like it's a cool way to do it, right?
It's a very Evie way to do it for sure.
All right. So, number 1, we have the cells from a gold dragon.
Get very pretentious.
You would gain their resistances and immunities.
Oh shit.
In addition to that, we have cells from a sapphire dragon, which would give Evie some limited psionic abilities. We have cells from a displacer beast,
Jesus.
which would innately give Evie the effects of a cloak of displacement.
The one magical item that Will never puts in games.
Uh-huh.
This will be the only opportunity to get it.
This is the only opportunity you have. We have cells from the lesser known but very rare small giant space hamster.
Boo!
I've heard of this.
It's Boo!
How did you get stem cells from Boo, the giant space hamster?
He's a member of a species. There's more than one.
No,
There's
it's
only
Boo!
one.
There's only one dark elf, and his name is Drizzt.
And last
Exactly.
but not least,
True Minthara exists.
we have cells from a starlight apparition, which will
I'm
give you innate resistance to the astral sea.
Mean.
The ability to basically swim in the astral sea.
Huh. That is interesting, but it's not something that's come up yet.
Yeah.
No, but it's just an interesting thing. Like I said, a lot of these are interesting things. So, resistances of a gold dragon, psionic abilities of the psionic, some light psionic abilities.
Sorry,
innate,
you said resistances and immunities, did you not?
yes, resistances and immunities of a gold dragon. So I think that's fire off the top of my head.
That is fire,
Yeah.
and then resistances. The only resistances it has are legendary resistances.
You would not get legendary resistances, but
Okay.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure you had like basically the half damage and the no damage things from it.
I don't think there's any. Okay, so
There's
it's,
no half. So it's fire immunity,
yeah.
psionic abilities, cloak of displacement innately, ability to basically alter size at will, or ability to swim in the astral sea. Would you like to become an astral mermaid, McKenna?
That would be very, very fun. I see the appeal. I see why this was included. What specifically psionic abilities?
Specifically for psionic abilities, it would be telekinesis. Like the telekinesis spell, it'd become innate to you, usable once a day to start, and then as you level up higher, more times.
The fate or the spell?
The spell. Is there a telekinesis feat now?
There is a telekinesis
Yes.
feat now.
Oh, I haven't actually read that. Yeah, give me a second. Because when I came up with this, telekinetic feat.
That's okay. The spell might actually
The spell
be
is
better
better.
for me.
Yeah, you would get telekinesis as a innate spell.
And
Starting.
that's crazy for this level.
Yep. So those are your options, McKenna.
What if we let other people pick out some items before, so I can like properly look over these
Okay, that's fine.
beautiful choices?
Do your thing. Remember,
Thank you.
this is the only time that you will have access to the cloak of displacement.
I
ever.
know. It's
I think-
also maybe one of the best options,
No.
But I-
Especially for Evie, the squishy one.
I do like, though, that it's put in a situation where McKenna may be forced to choose not that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's so Will can say, well, I gave you the option.
But you didn't want it, so...
It's a good item for Evie. That might be. Well, anyway.
Luna,
Oh, okay.
for yourself, I have prepared a selection of weapons to go in addition to Sword Friend that could act as supports to yourself.
Oh, okay.
He will open up a box, and inside of the box there'll be several other smaller boxes. They'll present the first one first, they'll open it up, and inside will be 5 what look to be grenades. These grenades have been infused with a wild space. Their effects are randomized, but they can do anything from having each creature within the blast radius of it switch places to having insects burst out of them like a fog cloud spell,
Oh, icky.
to having each creature in the area of it become a different color and shine in neon bright light for up to 4 days. So that is option 1. There are 5 of those. There are 5, basically one option for you, Rose, is 5 wonder grenades.
Okay.
Another option for you is a magical weapon augment. It appears to be a sort of like circular hilt that you could fit onto Sword Friend that would allow you to throw Sword Friend and have the returning rune on it.
Noted. Noted. This has done well for me in the past. As
It's done terribly for me in the past.
That is how I did almost kill McKenna in her previous campaign with my great axe.
And then in addition to that, I also have another augment for your sword friend. This one would allow you to fire a beam of radiant energy from it. However, it draws directly from the user's natural vitality, so unless you are at a full hit point, basically, unless you're fully healed, you wouldn't be able to use it. But it would fire a 4d6 beam of radiant energy.
A la Zelda.
Yes.
Okay.
And then last but not least, this one's the most basic of them all. I can make Sword Friend be on fire permanently.
That sounds painful. Is that painful for Sword Friend?
That would
Does it
not
hurt
be
the sword friend?
that would not be painful for me. It would be an enhancement.
Concern, I feel like having a perpetually burning flame on the closed environment of a spaceship would be detrimental to our health.
Magical flame.
So it doesn't consume oxygen?
Yes, it's magic.
It's magic.
I know I use magic constantly, but the way it violates physics sometimes is very
why
upsetting
it's
to
magic.
me. As someone who works with metal and, the actual forging thing that relies on provable and repeatable
Didn't you just
effects.
magically shape a shield?
I have a very
Yes, but there was
important
material
question.
that became other material. I didn't
Yeah, how did it
create
do that
anything.
though? But how did it become that though?
I used magic to just
Yeah.
reshape it. I can do that with a hammer potentially, it just takes longer.
Yes, Rose. What's your very important question? As Vim and
Can the-
Darius.
Can the fire be pretty colors?
Yes.
Like fairy fire?
Would you like it to be
pinks
like?
and purples?
It could be pinks and purples. It could be
Yeah,
It
that
could
one.
be a rainbow.
That one.
Okay.
No, that one. Pinks and purples. Okay.
All right.
I picked that.
Rose, add 2d6 fire damage to your weapon.
Fucking sick.
Yep.
Matthew.
You got
What's
a problem
wrong,
with it,
Matthew?
Dalma?
No, I'm just 2d6. Wow. That's cool.
Listen, I'm putting you up against fucking black holes.
To be clear, Matthew, the telekinesis option that Will offered me is something that I don't know if artificers
spell.
ever get access to, but 5th level spells are A, not something that we have access to yet at all, but B, something that artificers and half-casters specifically don't get access to until level 17. So,
Yeah, full casters would get him at 9th level, but
yeah.
yeah. So the only person in this party that will anytime soon is Darius.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have that. I will offer rashes to Maya privately, or next time they're on stream, we'll cut back and we'll do Maya's. McKenna, thoughts on which one you want yet?
I am leaning towards the displacement option just because she's so squishy. It's not even out of like spite to you, Will. It's literally just because I think that's the most practical option that will see the most use out of all of these. Fire immunity would be sick as hell. The psionic option would be that's the one that I want is the psionic option. The one that I feel that I need is the displacement option.
I let you pick whatever you like, McKenna.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Vim next.
All right.
Vim, they are going to offer you a choice of several rings.
Interesting.
The first ring is a ring of counterspells.
Okay.
While you are wearing the ring, counterspell is on your list, and you can use any spell slot of the appropriate level for it, which I have to double check that I made sure I got right in my notes, because counterspell in 5e works very different than it does in PF2.
Counterspell is just a reactionary note in 5e.
Well, no, it's also a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you can use it will allow you to use lower level spell slots to cast counterspell.
Nice.
But instead of having like when you're doing the roll to counteract the effect if it's higher level, for each level below 3 you get a minus to the roll.
Right. Okay.
Then they will offer you a ring of control resistance, giving you advantage on any sort of effect that would be considered a control effect, whether that be a dominate, a hold person, any sort of a hypnotic pattern, any spell like that falls under that thing, you would get advantage on.
It's a fuck you
saves.
Tolatio is what it is.
Well, being that it's a thing about spells, I kind of will get something very similar to that, subclass wise. So it might be slightly better. So I kind of need to see what the biggest.
Third one is a ring of fire resistance. Basic, but it might come in handy, and I've heard that it can sometimes come in handy at the perfect time, but only once. Fourth option is a assassin's ring. While you're wielding this ring, you can put a poison into the gem, and any weapon that you fire with while wielding the ring and being attuned to it will have that poison automatically put onto it.
Now that sounds fun.
Isn't it cool?
Very Vim oriented.
That one sounds fun, especially because I feel like poisons are always a thing in D&D that I have but never think about because you have to like apply it and everything, and then so this would
Makes
be
it
like
passive.
Yeah.
And last
Just-
but not least,
Okay.
the Ring of Lucid Dreams. While sleeping, you gain additional benefits and control over your dreams.
That's just vague enough to be useful.
What are those additional benefits?
It gives you basic control over your dreams as if you were lucid dreaming. It may make dream god powers easier to use.
May make it easier not to fuck everybody over
Mm-hmm.
while I'm dreaming. Yeah, I think I gotta take that one.
You're going to take the
I think
dream?
that one's, yeah,
Ring of Lucid
I think I-
Dreams?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because in fairness, if I can beef up this crossbow a bit, it won't be the same upgrade as being able to do the poisons, but it'll also be kind of a lateral upgrade. So this is a more unique thing to do.
And for Darius, a box
Wow.
with a few different chunks of metal.
Ooh.
You have a mithril chunk, an adamantine chunk, a vorpal chunk, a astral steel chunk, and those are your options. It's only 4 for you, but they're good
See,
options.
Thing is, I looked up the mithril thing,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing that mithril actually does is remove the strength requirement and disadvantage on dexterity. It doesn't allow us to give, say, heavy armor to Luna and let her still keep her dex bonus. It doesn't do that.
Yeah, go for some of the weird shit.
I'm very curious, like, can I make a roll to know what the astral one does?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. Astral metal, specifically like that type, is metal that has basically been forged using the astral sea rather than regular means. It's a very difficult process. There's only basically one forge in the universe that can make it. It's a very sought after metal, and it infuses anything that's made with it or that's applied with it with the essence of the astral sea itself, dealing additional force damage or providing resistance to force damage.
And if I'm correcting, Vorpal is like if you crit with it, you just kill something.
Yes.
See, here's my instinct from half of these is to make weapons for Luna with them, but she's already got a cool weapon now, so I feel like, But also, here's the thing.
Any
I might
armor
be a
that's
little
made, armor that's made from Vorpal provides resistance to that effect, so you would become immune to insta kill from Vorpal weapons.
The fact that you bring that up is concerning to me.
Why? Why is it concerning, Matthew?
Why are you trying to insta-kill us?
Yeah. But here's the thing, too.
Haven't
Couldn't
insta-killed
I just
anyone
get
in this
around that by
campaign.
wearing adamant armor, which would make me
That's what
uncrittable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just
Alright.
remake my my plate armor with adamant. And
Adamant.
this is a little selfish, but I
But
am,
also, you're the healer.
I'm the
Be
healer,
selfish.
and I do like having Spirit Guardians up a lot, and
Yeah.
crit
also-
damage would really impact my.
You've
my
also
saves.
already, made armor for me and made a shield
You've
for
been
Luna.
so kind to us already.
Yeah.
As much as I'm like, ooh,
Also-
yeah, give Luna play into that Alice stuff. Give me a
Like,
Vorpal sword.
yeah,
Hell
I would-
yeah.
Oh,
But
don't
Yes.
listen to the
Technically,
poetry
no,
to that. Don't
please
do
treat
that. To
yourself.
Yes, I would out of character in-game
Oh.
pay you with my
Technically-
in-game money
The
to be
sword
able to
friend
upgrade my
went
crossbow.
snicker snack.
But
So adamantine gives you immunity to crits.
I believe so. Yes.
Then
It
it
makes it
also
where
gives you
crits are
immunity
normal.
to the Vorpal effect.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Right.
yeah, that's true.
The Vorpal is more there.
Weapon.
For
As a
Luna.
weapon.
Ugh. That is the kind of thing, though, like that you build a character towards. Like, I'm going to build a character that has the best and easiest chance to crit, and then I'm going to get a
Do you know
Vorpal
what's
blade later
Do you know
on.
what's great for having a character who has a really
it a
good chance
champion
to
fighter?
crit?
Fighter.
Champion fighter.
Problem is getting one of those swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one day it would be kind of interesting to make
I
a
would
crit
say
character.
the Vorpal chunk could be applied to any weapon to make it a Vorpal weapon. So you could have a great Vorpal sword if you wanted to.
Listen,
What
just
about
the
a
Alice-
Vorpal
the Alice nerd
frying
in me
pan?
is like,
A Vorpal frying
It
pan
doesn't
could
cut
happen.
the head off; it smashes it.
Yeah,
off.
it turns it like two.
Oh, no, no, no.
Warps the person's head around
It
the front.
sears it. It just
A lovely searing.
yeah, it sears it. So there's no blood. It's just
See, I don't need head slicing things. I just need to wake my crossbow up because it is currently slumbering.
yeah. You should perhaps you
just
can
gonna
interact
check
with its
something.
dream.
I will have to think about that.
Yeah. So just to check,
I
the
also have
only
plans
the only
for
effect that
killing a
adamantine
dragon
has
later.
is it turns any crit into a normal hit.
Yes,
So, which is still pretty damn cool.
it's still pretty damn
Yeah.
cool. I'm just saying. Like I said, I think that I gave you all
What-
some pretty cool
What
shit
did you
for
say
this
the
one.
the space
these are
stuff
cool
does?
upgrades.
The space
It
stuff
adds
does?
force damage, and you gain resistance to force damage.
I mean, it's hard to know when it's going to come out, but force damage isn't something that's commonly resisted, so
No, not to mention the
Yeah.
fact
it's very
that
difficult to get.
if someone does like a cheeky little not force barrage, that's PF2.
Magic missile.
Magic missile, which would
Yeah,
bypass all my lovely AC.
Yeah, outside of Bear Totem, force resistance is not easy to come by.
Yeah, but
I
being
think
immune
I
to
gave
crits is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I think I gave
gave
you
us
all
some good
some.
options.
I think I gave you all some
Yeah.
good options and choices to make this time around.
Good job, Will.
I'm
I
happy with
think
that.
I have to go with the Cloak of Displacement. But Evie hands them back to Helio and says, if there is ever a job that you need doing that you would pay us in gifts for again, just call. These were excellent gifts.
Thank you. I think I'd like to know my
Hey.
audience well.
I have a question.
Yes.
I imagine in business and everything, you might run into some people that like to make deals or do deals and maybe a little shady with it.
Me? I'm a professional
No, I'm saying
business
people.
person.
I'm saying people that are trying to make deals with you that they
Yes.
might be shady. and try to pull some shit.
Well, there was Steve, but yes.
So, and I know a lot of people that like to do deals and pull some shit are of certain fey nature.
Vim, can you... I apologize. I realize that you like dancing around the point, but if you could get to
I'm
it...
getting there. I'm setting the scene, and then I'm
Okay.
going to drive the point home.
All right.
What I'm saying, though, is what would balance the scales between putting that ring of poison on one side of the scale and a nice big bag of cold iron dust on the other side of the scale? What might even that scale?
Cold iron is a very interesting thing. Unfortunately, it is one of the key ingredients in one of the cocktails here, so I do have a ample supply of it.
That seems like something that would have been useful to know.
You know,
Which
technically,
drink is
Before
that so
I
that I
went to
cannot
war.
drink it?
it's the really sparkly one.
That
Oh,
would have
that
been
was
useful
delicious.
to know.
Yes.
I will continue to drink
I
that.
mean, technically speaking, there is we have like the mini pizzas that we serve downstairs. There's like lead in those.
Well,
Oh, no, too soon. Get the Munchables reference out of here.
that's a problem. But okay, so you know
It's
what?
fine.
Soon.
It's 73%.
R.I.P. my love of pizza Lunchables.
It's
So
73% of the allowable lead in the
Yes,
universe.
I have a feeling that you don't run into mini Fae at all because I can't imagine they'd want to come drinking here.
No, they very much don't. It's one of the purposes
Yeah.
of that
Oh, really?
drink. Do you know how
Yeah,
bad
it's
it? Do you know how dangerous it is to have Fae actively in your bar?
Oh, I imagine pretty bad.
Let me tell you right now, drunk people and Fae do not mix.
Yeah, I can see that. It was worth a shot.
Like I said, next time you need a favor done.
Fair enough. Ah, they just kind of like stand up. It's like, as I said, very happy with the work that we do. We continue to have an excellent relationship, I feel.
Yes. Oh, speaking of favors we might want to do for you, what are you planning to do about the Gith and the GIF?
And now
Well,
that
they are our friends.
Well,
now that I have a sort of power base back and have gotten control of the station, to be honest, once the Calistergene order was out, a lot of my protocols I had in place to control certain airlocks and such have continued to work. So I'm now more than able to handle the Gith and the GIF myself.
oh, so you just tell them, get off of my station or I pop the airlock that you're staying in?
Yes.
You know, airlock
Effective.
threats.
Fall
Airlock
in
threats
line
are
or
a
die.
good kind of threat. I can appreciate a good airlock threat.
We know, Vin.
Oh, yes. Wait. Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait, were you?
Wait, who?
Were you? That was you.
What was me?
What?
All right, I think
You
it's time
see
for us to get
Helio
out of
walk
here.
over. Helio walks over and like
I
grabs
think
like a
it's time for us to
newspaper
go.
and just like walks towards Vim with like the newspaper holding it up and just like whacks Vim on the head. Not in a way that's like going to cause damage, but just in like a bad.
Hey,
With the,
what?
with the
what?
paper, I would hope
what do we-
not.
Got
Whack.
punked.
What's going on here? Why are we doing this?
Do you know how much money I've had to spend on my niece for therapy after dealing with you?
Oh, your niece.
So really, the person whose fault that is her captain.
Whack.
And you should have a long conversation with him about that.
Oh, I have. He's been paying for the therapy as well. You scarred that poor girl, Vim.
He did. I had a private conversation with him. That was a private conversation that I had with him.
You
And
did
he,
still threaten to throw out the airlock. Just because someone told her about your bad behavior does not make it any
Yeah.
less bad behavior.
let's make it clear. This was not some personal threat. It was in defense of Luna. This was not a personal threat to her. I don't know her. This was to make sure that he was not trying to pull any shady shit, because we didn't know him that well. And everybody on this crew trusts everybody all the damn time, and I hate it.
Are
Do you not trust us, Vim?
No, I'm talking about everybody trusts everybody else. Every time we meet somebody, you're like, oh, come on our ship. Hey, let's be
Oh, that
friends.
is because they are all my friends.
It's true.
I don't go that far, but I mean, it's a good place to
No,
start.
Vim,
from.
distrusting every single person you meet is a very poor way to live.
You should at least verify. You should at least check. You shouldn't just be completely open. That's the way you get messed up, is by just assuming everybody is honest and has no ill intentions all the time.
I feel like you have
Is
a very
everybody
good...
not honest?
I'm sorry, did we not just have like a war with the Fae where I was correct the entire time?
That's
While
true.
everybody was like, I don't know what
You
your
are
problem
right.
is.
Peaceful peace plus one lie.
And I have to say, you've actually been exceedingly chill about not rubbing our noses in that up until this point. And
I'm
I
only
appreciate
bringing it up
that.
now because everybody was doing the exact thing again.
No. It's a pattern of
Palatio
behavior
is
worth
also
pointing
not
out.
a very nice person.
That had its own
I
complications.
guess there are a few people who are not my best friends.
I
But
mean, he made you.
But I don't remember that.
that's, broken clock things. So I'm just saying that it wasn't a personal thing. It was a defense of Luna because somebody had to try and set some like standard somewhere instead of just everybody being like, yeah, this guy's probably not going to kill us, because we didn't know. We didn't know. There was said if there was no harm coming to Luna, there was no harm coming to anybody else. That was the deal.
You threatened to essentially shove a teenager out of an airlock. I hope you know that.
Only if they did something bad to Luna.
No,
And
Vim,
I'm not-
I respect the hustle. I'm just letting you know.
I'm not going to elaborate on any equivalency there.
She's 17, Vim.
I don't even know how old I am, so like, what is this? This doesn't mean anything.
I'm
to
not
me.
sure that makes anything any better.
That's true. Vim could actually be younger than Coralie.
Yeah,
I am from the future. I do not. And does that make me negative years old?
technically yes.
Technically, yes. Which is
It
the best
depends
kind
on
of
it
yes.
depends on which way you're counting, I guess.
Out of curiosity, how old do you all think I am?
50?
This feels like a trap.
It does feel like a trap.
When have I ever done anything to try and trap you guys? I'm not that.
32.
43.
Is this like the rules where? Okay,
That is one of the numbers that I know.
Based on the rules of trying to get closest without going over, I'm going to say 1.
You think I'm married at 1 year old?
No, I'm saying based on the rules of trying to get the closest without going over.
I
So
mean,
never
to
said
be
those were the
fair, the
rules.
Mao do have a number of strange traditions.
So if you're at least 1 under any of their guesses, I win.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Y'all have fun.
All right, thank you for letting me know.
How old?
Are you going to answer?
Well, no, I was just curious how old you thought. I wasn't going to tell you.
Oh, how old are you?
I am 38 years young.
Well, damn.
How
somebody
many
else did
times
get
have you
under that.
turned 38?
You can do it more than once?
Some
How
people
long
do.
have you been 38? A long time.
Less than a year, I'll say
I know
that
what you
definitively. I've
When
been
when is
38.
your birthday, Darius?
It is April 1st.
That seems like a
Is
lie.
it?
Hypothetically, do you have any sort of like number that notates you as a citizen of the Mao Empire? By the way,
Actually, hold on. I'm just trying to remember something.
I think
Have we
Darius
ever-
is a
have we-
Capricorn.
Have we ever established that
A
Darius
cat
has lived
Capricorn.
has?
A
Did we ever interact with
Capricorn.
Darius's? Yeah, we've interacted with Darius' parents, right?
a little bit, not much, but
Okay. Because
yeah,
I was like, for some reason, that thought came into my head.
Very
He was
brief.
left at the orphanage as a child. No.
no, I did not kill Darius's parents
Well, no,
yet.
He never knew his parents. He's in
Yeah,
fact a prince. No.
The interaction was very brief.
I thought that was maybe Nito's parents.
Those
I mean, wouldn't they be the same parents, given that just from another
Well,
dimension?
no, because Nito's
Oh,
from the other
God,
dimension,
it's
so
a-
what-
Yourself.
Oh God,
It wouldn't have
Nito
been-
and Darius is a call-in situation.
It wouldn't have been Nito's parents because Nito's parents would have been from the other dimension.
But like, are they the same people but in a different dimension?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
that maybe, I
Nito
don't know.
has
So
adopted
they
parents.
could be the same. Like,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if she was just like straight to the monastery kind of situation.
Well, Nito was technically adopted by her parents in the monastery.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I wasn't sure how that worked. Yeah, I mean, like I've been in this realm of existence for.
I'm putting a pin in Darius's age. I just made that up on the spot, and I actually want it to have more significance, so I'm gonna actually have to think on that.
I've been on this realm of existence for maybe a year-ish.
Oh wow, you're a baby.
But like I
Wow.
existed in seeming perpetuity before that. But like,
That's a big.
but
That's a big
how
ask.
does I mean I was in the forest with Mother Myrtle for like countless time.
Huh.
That wouldn't have been countless.
Yeah,
There
but
are
was
strict.
it countless or?
It was countless there, but here it would have been strict timelines because there was a beginning of when that whole situation came about. But in like the dream world, it was essentially countless. So age is kind of like a funny thing for me to not care about, for the most part.
Valid. It appears as though Evie and Luna have absconded into the corner. So it looks like it's just the three of us. There's a little courtesy curtain.
Yeah, so if it wasn't clear, I am taking the adamant chunk, and the first chance I get, I will be attempting to forge it into a set of plate armor.
Alright, so Evie took Darius took the adamantine chunk. Vim, which ring did you want?
The dream one.
Okay, Vim takes the the Lucid Dreamer's ring.
Yeah.
Alright, and Luna took the Flaming Rune specifically so that it could be rainbow colored.
Or purples and pinks.
Yeah,
Might have been.
Luna's aesthetic.
Yeah.
And Evie took the Displacer Beast cells because it is the only way McKenna will ever get access to Cloak of Displacement, a game that I run. There we go. Look at that. I think that was a successful sort of treasure run.
I am still maybe hoping to pop around the station and look if we can. Though I'm not even sure how much money we have, honestly.
I don't know. McKenna's been keeping track of it.
I mean,
know
I have
personally,
I have 500, just over 500.
I did just because it's so useful for anyone in the party, technically, possibly, mostly for maybe the melee characters or even Evie. I was hoping to find something that could maybe enhance someone's speed, like a ring or some boots or something. It's not even like it's not necessarily for me. I just because I'm pretty fast to begin with. I move faster. Well, I move 40 feet every turn. You probably can fly pretty fast too.
Yeah, I've got 35 feet.
If you want, you can go shopping in some of the areas. Helio will recommend a couple shops for things that you're looking for. If you're looking for magical items specifically, we have a pretty nice little hole in the wall.
Okay.
Grateful. Quinlan's Emporium.
Oh my.
Yeah, might as well check it out.
Yes.
Also, I have 4. I forget where this came from, but I have 4 crystal statues of Evie that are 50 credits worth each. Don't remember exactly.
Crystal statues of Evie.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Crystal Evie. I remember that was a thing, but I don't
might not have
remember
been
why
there.
I have them. But I have them. There's 4 of them. They're worth 50 credits each.
Oh, I'll buy them off of you.
Wait, why? Where did those come from?
Uh,
Why do you have statues of me?
why does anybody have anything?
So 50 credits
True.
pop? Here.
Because
And
you
why are
picked
you
it up at some
collecting
point.
them? Wait, what's the...
What?
How did you get those?
They were a reward for something.
How does anybody get anything these days?
I don't like that you're being shady about
I'm
it.
not being shady. I don't remember.
We just don't remember.
Oh,
Do you want one of them?
no, you can sell them.
Okay, cool. We'll
Awesome.
Sell them then.
Helio will purchase them for you for 200 credits.
Out of curiosity, Helio, why are you buying those?
Oh, it's crystal. It's a
Ah,
material investment.
understandable.
Kind of smiles.
Don't like the way you're smiling.
How
but
is he smiling?
Like a capitalist.
Oh, okay. That one is acceptable.
Someone
in
make
this
me
instance.
someone make me an insight check.
I'm
Is it?
on it.
Well, do I use my
Me
new
with
spell?
my plus 0 to insight.
Do I use my new spell for this?
Darius, you can tell that
Those
Helio
cat's eyes.
has some sort of ulterior motive for purchasing these statues. Same thing with Vim.
On a 26, only... Oh, God.
I mean, you can only tell so much.
Yeah.
I
He's-
share
he's
that
just trying to-
information subtly with the group.
He's just trying to merch off of us.
That Vim,
Oh.
like that hits it on the head. Like you think that might be it. You think he
Yeah.
might be like, oh, these people are going to become heroes of the universe. I want to get ahead on the merch.
I'm just gonna-
Oh, cool.
Like Eevee action figures, Luna action figures.
Evie the flamethrower.
You think people would buy action figures of me?
I mean, eventually. Listen, if the 5 of you save the universe, people are going to want to buy shit with your face on it.
And if we don't save the universe, everyone is dead, so high risk, high reward, I guess.
Exactly. Capitalism.
Oh, also, to our earlier conversation, I actually already did get the feature where I have advantage on charisma and wisdom checks against things that would be charm or frighten.
Fair enough.
Those types of control. And I have a little fun. This is why I was frustrated with the one lady, because I did still fail the check, because I have a little fun little bounce back effect if I or somebody else near me succeeds one of those checks, to where I can bounce the charm back on somebody.
But yes, Quinlan's Emporium has a variety of magical items in it.
We may as well check, because we could also be in the market for maybe some potions or something, because I feel like we've used a couple here or there,
That's true.
and it's been a while since we've, like, come across any.
That's true. It couldn't hurt to stock up on healing potions anyway.
Yeah, while we, stock up while we're here before we figure out where our next
Also, I
destination is. This was our most, like, secure, hey, we have a, like, very good idea of where to go here, so go here first, kind of thing.
Yes, the Mar Poppy has kind of become your home away from home.
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
quite thankful
I
for
suppose
that.
that's true.
Helio.
Yes, Darius.
Curious, is there anyone on the station that you would recommend in terms of reliability who can perhaps make divination sort of things? Like if we needed to find something but doesn't know, if we don't know where to go, if they could do some sort of ritual, if we pay them for the service, they might be able to assist us.
If you're
Like that.
looking for
Crystal
a
ball.
diviner, there is one person who sits on the station who's quite skilled at the process.
Oh, do they have tomatoes or grapes?
Yes.
On divine.
Helio chuckles a bit.
They're talking
What-
about
what
the-
is
the
funny?
Magic.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
The magic of divination? Do you remember when we were trapped
boy.
in that horrible, horrible mindscape when 3.5 was trying to take over our bodies, and you went to a fortune teller?
Oh, yes, that was very fun.
Yeah, like that.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
there is a woman here, known as Adine.
Adine.
Yeah, Adeen. I think
Uh-huh.
Adine. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Adine. She is
Say
a
more.
she's a follower of a specific fortune-telling god and a god of fate.
All right.
A cleric, but
She sounds cool.
she does the job.
Well, that if you could give us directions to find
I
her,
trust
perhaps
this
even
person implicitly.
perhaps a recommendation, that would be much appreciated.
Implicitly is too big of a word for Luna.
Adine
Maybe
is in,
Evie taught it to
I
her.
trust this person.
Adine
We
is
also
on
have
a
to get-
similar layer to Quinlan, so you can find her there. It's sort of a large market.
Let's get Luna a word of the day calendar while we're here.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Ooh.
Who will read me the word?
I will.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'll throw something together for you.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
no.
I don't like that look on your face.
Curse words from across the galaxy.
Anyway, thank you, Helio.
Have fun. Enjoy the shopping trip, everyone.
Okie dokie.
I kind of lean down to speak to the group a little. It also occurred to me that if we could perhaps find something like maybe a circlet or a diadem of some kind to give protection against mental effects, I think that would be a worthwhile investment if we can find such a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dia
yes.
circle?
Diadem is
Yeah.
like a tiara.
Like a shiny crown?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So, two things I'm looking for in terms of shopping, not including the divination to maybe help us find our way. Something that will give maybe someone a boost of speed, and something to potentially assist against mind effects, whether it can just give advantage, or give resistance, or block it altogether. That would be great,
Oh.
but I'm sure that would be expensive.
Are y'all heading down to Quinlan's Emporium?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
why not?
All right. So as you open the door, there's a little bell above the door, and inside, stacked up high in boxes and display cases, are magical items. It is chaos, but it is organized chaos. And as you come in, you hear "Oh, one moment, just making my way up front," and you see slithering their way through the area is a woman who has Utanaga. So, human batop,
It's
snake
like a
bottom.
centaur, but with snake.
Yeah. It's
Sorry,
technically a
A
land...
snow, if you will.
a snail.
I will not. I will
It's technically,
not.
I believe the term is lamia. Lamia?
I mean,
Naga is
in,
fine.
yeah, in 5e is Naga.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Zola was.
Yeah. And yeah, she just kind of like comes up and says, "Hello, friends. Welcome to my emporium. You're all new faces. My name is Quinlan. It's a pleasure to meet you."
Where are your legs?
Yikes.
Technically,
can't
Just
just
ask
ask
someone
people.
where they keep their legs.
technically, I have thousands of little legs that propel me across the floor.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't want to know that.
If you'd like, I can take here. She
No.
waves her hand, and her bottom
Oh,
just becomes
I don't want
legs.
it. Oh,
How's this? Better?
Oh, that is where you keep the legs.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, we are
Anyway,
we are in the market, possibly, for some magic items, specifically
Ooh.
ones with some specific effects. Though, if you have some hot items you want to recommend, we are more than interested to hear
Well.
you out.
Please pick your poison.
We are looking for something
Oh, we do not want poison.
that might be able to either passively or as an activatable effect lend someone some extra speed, or perhaps,
Oh.
if it is even possible, just some teleportation or something. That would be potentially useful too.
Well, I have a ring of Misty Step. It's a pretty basic ring, but it allows you to, as a momentary action, cast Misty Step. It does so once a day. But if you're looking for something a little bit more permanent, I do have these boots here, and she pulls out these very high black leather boots. These are boots of striding and stepping. They are a boot that will increase your movement speed innately by 10 feet. And any unarmed strikes you use while equipped with them deal additional damage.
If only we had a monk.
Lastly but not least, I do have these boots of haste. Similar effect to the boots of striding and stepping. However, it's only a 5-foot speed boost innately, but it does allow you to spend an action to haste yourself.
I mean, I do like the idea of Luna with haste.
Also like the idea of Luna with haste.
That's terrifying.
Pop, 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 pop. Just keeps going.
Especially
and going,
with
and
like
going.
combined with action surge, I could have like one really just stupid turn.
Luna Blitz. That's the anime thing with Sword Friend. Like swing, and
Luna
they don't react, and then
becomes-
they fall in two pieces.
Luna
Right, you do,
becomes
like,
mono
the-
red goblins.
What do they call it? The Virgil, like the Ayaka, like
Oh,
charge attack.
Yeah, they
thing.
100 cuts or something.
Yeah. How much are these thigh-high boots?
Well, I think the
No, the
boots
thigh
are-
highs are the boots of striding and stepping.
Oh, I thought they were the How
No.
much are the hasty boots?
The boots of haste are 500 credits.
Oh,
Does anyone want to try and haggle a little? I only have 100.
What are we trying to
Credits.
get down to? I mean, another thing.
I
like
have
this,
more, but still not enough for that.
So, just
Would
you work at this
trade?
station, and
You-
I'm more than happy to barter. I'd like
yeah,
a good
you
barter.
work at this station, and I'll have you know the person in charge of the station just purchased likenesses of one of our cohort here.
Oh, I
just
can see
because
why.
he
She's
has-
lovely.
He
Is
has
he
such
you?
faith that some great things are going to come out of. We actually were the ones that stopped the whole ship from imploding.
Dear, if I cut a deal for everyone that's made great things come out of Helio, I'd be cutting a deal for half the people on this station.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
but-
not necessarily out of Helio.
Yeah, we did it, and Helio just sees it. Also, this ship, or this station wouldn't be here right now if we hadn't come in and solved the little. Technically, we solved two problems. We solved
Okay.
a little black hole problem and a gang problem.
That's fine. I'm
Oh.
a franchise.
Yeah, but you're here.
Yes, but I don't have to be here.
Yeah, and how long would it take you to leave if a black hole enveloped this station?
Points to a switch beside the door. Seconds.
Oh, oh.
Is that
It's still probably too
outpacing
slow
the
for a
black
black
hole?
hole. But...
Yes, I think I could. There's certain contingency spells on this building.
Oh, that is fun.
Unfortunately, I can't take others with me. Just myself and anyone attuned to it, and that takes a few days. But it allows me to have It allows me to have my store here, have one in Gilded Garden, have one in a few others less than reputable places, but it's still there.
I have this helmet of translocation.
Oh,
I would be willing to part with help.
Oh,
I
I do
love
love
your helmet.
I do love a
like
good helmet of translocation. That's quite the pretty little number.
And I
Well,
have a silver
I
plate.
have some gold. Maybe if we all pitched in a little bit. Luna, how much gold do you
This many
have?
gold.
You
This
have
many.
5.
500?
No, unless I'm just missing when Will gives rewards. I have not received gold in like ages.
be fair, we've been fighting things that wouldn't have had gold.
Yeah, you've been getting a lot of like other
okay,
stuff.
I say
like,
gold. I
items
mean
as
credits,
rewards.
but
Yeah.
like, yeah.
No,
Somehow-
I understood what you meant.
I have 486 gold pieces.
How do I have more money than everybody?
I don't know.
Little fingers.
I haven't
Bug
even been
fingers.
stealing that much.
You're just that good.
Well, now you have 200 more gold than everyone because of the Eevee statues.
Yeah, well, that, I mean,
So,
yeah, but I had more than what you just said before that.
like I said, 500 credits, boots of speed.
I've got 100.
How much does that helmet help in this?
A helmet of translocation. It has its uses. I'd knock it down. I'd say, well, I'm going to have to make a profit if I sell it, so I'd knock it
Right.
down 150 gold.
Oh,
we're down
I
to
don't think that's
350.
worth it.
Because I'd be selling the helmet of translocation for 250.
How much credits do you have, Vim?
I have a little over 700.
How much are you willing to reveal?
I have a little over 700.
Okay, well,
Vin,
I
do you
have
want to go
100.
halvesies on it?
I was just hoping to try and, like, work this at least a little bit more in our favor, but apparently that's not happening.
well, no.
But
I mean,
I
you
mean,
could
it
try to
You can certainly
haggle with
try.
it.
Well, I'm
has-
trying, but it got shut down real quick, so...
How did it get shut
let's-
down?
Really?
I'm more than happy to haggle. Like, I mean, yes, leveraging the fact that you saved the station over me. No, that's not haggling. That's like subtle blackmail. I mean, actual haggling.
That's not blackmail at all.
Yeah, that's not really
That's-
blackmail.
That's not
We would
Blackmail
like
is
to
you-
haggle. I'm not very good at it, though.
Well, right now you have.
out of character, I just hate shouting prices back and forth.
That's
So,
not
like, if I'm going to in character talk, I'm going to talk
talk.
and try to, like,
That's fair.
things out. The idea of just me sitting here, how about this price? How about this price?
Oh no, I don't mean that. But like,
I'm not
maybe
in-
there's
I'm not in on it.
services, other goods. I'm down to trade for that. Do you want to make a package? Like, are there other items you want? We can maybe do a discount. That's what I'm looking for.
Is
Was
there?
anything else here?
Like, is
Is
there
this-
like give me your list and we can come up with the price at the end with the total. How does that sound?
Well, the other things we were looking for is if there's anything you could give us that would help stop someone doing a mind control.
Ooh, yes, there's a variety of things for that. My personal go-to is I have a consumable item. And she pulls out a set of vials. These are 25 gold each. And if you take one, they give you resistance to any sort of dominating effect for the entire day.
Oh, a whole day. That's
Yes.
very useful.
I currently have 5 of these in stock. Not many. They're a little bit difficult for me to make. I require a strange ingredient for them, and it's a little bit hard to source with Helio on the station.
What's that?
What ingredient?
Cold iron dust.
Oh, okay. Not like the souls of children. Okay.
No.
I didn't
No,
say
no,
that
no.
out loud. I did say that out loud.
And Helio takes all of it for his drinks.
Helio has it all in his drinks in the bar.
Yeah, we heard about that.
What if we procured some for you?
If you were to do that, I'd be more than happy to give you anything that I would make with that item for 10 gold a pop.
Oh,
Just for my time, It takes a little bit
Okay,
of time to
nice.
brew.
About, roughly how much do you need for each of those?
It's a set amount. It's about, and she just holds up a little scale that has a shot glass on it. It's about this much per potion. If I saw the amount, I could tell you how much I would make out of it.
Oh, that's not that much. Do you have other cups like that?
Yes,
Can I see them?
sure. Yeah, she hands you that one.
Well, do you have other ones though?
Oh yes,
Can like 5 of them.
If you're looking for sort of like an alchemical mixture kit, we have that, and they put down, and it has a number of these like different measuring cups of
Oh,
different sizes.
I'm not trying to buy them. He just like turns and takes 5 and fills up 5 of them with his cold iron.
Oh, okay,
And
yes.
sets
There.
them on the counter. So 10 gold for 50 gold for this set here then.
Yes, 50 gold. That's fine with me.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, that works for me. That does take one of your bags.
Okay.
So you have another
That's fine.
basically
That's
5
fine.
worth, but yeah.
Yeah,
That would work for me. 50 gold for that set.
So okay, we've got those. Yeah. Was there anything else, Darius, that you anything
There was one
high
thing
on the
I
list?
think I thought of, but then I almost immediately forgot about it. So I don't hope it wasn't that important.
Okay.
Um,
I understand the trading of the helmet on Luna's end because she also has the helmet now with the sound, and can't exactly wear both of those at the same time.
I couldn't have one helmet.
Also, considering how expensive the boots are, I'm not gonna be greedy in terms of items. We might just be able to find stuff.
So
later
right
on,
now with the helmet and the potions, and then for the boots, you're looking at a total of 400 gold pieces.
Yeah.
400 credits.
I am willing to put all my 100 credits on the line because this was all my idea. So
All right. Well, Evie, leave your money alone. I'll do the other 300, and then me and Evie will be pretty much the same on money.
Okay.
Okay.
And since you're on your way out,
I mean, most of what I just spent was off of statues of you.
That's true.
so Darius is now impoverished.
yes.
So I will be. So for
No-
the next few days,
No
I will be
solutions for
taking
that, Darius.
large piles of scrap, turning them each into individual credits.
Darius Monder, blood.
Unfortunately,
fair, it's-
credits are like a sort of like digital system. There's no
But
physical
I,
currency.
but I love the idea of a forge cleric just scrapping metal.
To be fair,
Forge
it's not
cleric
actually
forging
producing.
money.
It's not producing new money. It has to be 1 credit's worth of scrap. I'm just compressing it into a credit piece
That's
because people are less likely to possibly buy scrap, but they
Yeah.
are more than willing to take a single piece of credits that I made from a credit's worth of scrap.
Darius
I
is
can't-
turning
specifically made the
physical
rules.
metal into Bitcoin somehow.
it's metal scrapping.
Darius,
Just
where's the computer
As-
server burning so much memory?
Hey, Darius, let's not jump at anybody's catalytic converters or strip their houses while we're at
Why
it.
are new graphic cards so expensive?
Also, apparently, they've discovered that the servers that people use to make all the stupid AI stuff are burning through a lot of water. So AI is literally killing the environment.
Stupid.
What a surprise!
AI is the worst.
But there we go. I appreciate your business. Unless there's anything else that you're looking for.
Do you want Evie to put those the vials for the defense resistance of control in your inventory?
Let's also leave those with Darius. He is the
Okay.
least likely to be dominated in that way.
I'd
Or
like to
maybe
say
Rash.
hey, I have advantage, but the one time that it's come up since I've had advantage, I failed. So,
This is true.
and it wasn't even him; it was just some rando with an aura.
I guess the other thing that we were talking about getting is some means of fortune telling. We can either go see the fortune teller about that, or, and she just sort of looks at Quentin, if you have anything that we could use for divination, it might save us a stop.
I do
what I
have
wanna
this
do be a
lovely
demon.
tarot deck.
Wait, I forget. Why did we want this? This isn't me being a dick.
Isn't it?
I understand that question coming from me. Definitely points that direction, but I blanked. I remember it being brought up, but I don't remember the purpose.
To help divine maybe where the other.
Okay, this is a universe where magic exists. I'll accept it.
I am just more concerned about. I thought you guys should have the anti-brain stuff.
We'll probably.
Well, I mean, it triggers.
flip
It's
it
a
up.
start of the day thing, so it's like a.
Yeah, but you have to.
It's a. Yeah, it's like a mage armor preparation. Like it's not like an It's not like an antitoxin where if you're already mind controlled, it breaks it automatically. It gives you advantage on those saves. So it's like a take at the start of the day thing.
Yeah, we'll decide. Like we can always just divvy that up appropriately when it's a day when we think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, if you're looking for something like that, I do have a variety of different tarot decks. This one has cats on it. All the different cards are cats.
You might need something more specific than
If-
tarot.
If you're looking for something magical innately with some more portents, then in that case, I do just have a standard crystal ball. Lets you scry on people.
That might be useful. How much is that?
This would be 150 credits.
Okay.
It's
that's
a
not
single
bad.
day, one scry per day. But, ponder the orb and all that.
What are the limitations of what you can look at with it? Like, can it also look at objects?
I can look at objects. If you're looking for something to locate objects, I would recommend this. And she pulls out a slate. This is called Find My Thing. As long as you're familiar with the object, if you're holding this slate, it gives you a idea as to where it is within 1,000 meters of you.
Oh, gotcha. Maybe the scrying would be better. What are the distance limitations on that?
Scrying is anywhere in the same system.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, what do you think? 150 gold isn't bad. I could just buy it. And then we could scry on whoever we needed to.
Can you scry on objects? I don't know
Yeah,
how
I think
scrying
so.
works.
Yes, you could.
Could maybe divine some information about location of these other ones by scrying?
You could.
Then I think it's worth it, especially if we get to see some of the situation around where these items are located. So we know what we're walking
Yeah,
into.
and the trip to the other general locations we have can be like days away, so we'll have multiple chances to try and get a little bit of information.
Done. That's easy money to spend. Alright, so that'll be 3. Sold! And I slap my credit card down on the counter and
Thank
buy
you.
myself an orb.
Yeah, and that puts you at the goal. Excellent. Here, and you all now receive this as a free little gift. And she opens up a box, and inside of the box are 5 spheres
Good job.
We're so proud of you.
that each have like a little button in the middle of them.
Pokeballs?
These are prize balls.
Gachapon.
Yes, if you open up, they have small little gifts in them.
I believe this will awaken something in Darius.
I hope not. Okay. Do we press the button now?
If
or
you want,
does
you
it-
can press the button now or later. It's entirely up to you.
I want to press it now. Do I roll? D100?
Yep, D100.
72.
72.
Not bad.
Inside of this is a plushie.
Oh.
Evie, you get yourself a cute little Cerberus plushie.
Very cute.
Luna, are you immediately hitting the button?
Yeah.
There's a button in front of Luna, so yeah.
Roll the D100.
36.
56. Luna. Oh, you get a lovely tart. Like a lovely fruit tart.
Oh,
Yum.
Yeah, it's just like a nice little
Do
fruit tart.
anything mechanically?
No, it's just a nice fruit tart.
They're just a nice treat.
It's just a
sometimes
nice
fruit
little
it.
tart
treat.
is enough.
It's just a little treato.
I just
Uh,
didn't know if it restored HP or anything.
I mean,
Vim?
it probably restores your mood.
80.
Nice.
Oh, Vim, you get a vial of void dust.
You're getting all the dust. You just dust it up.
It's a poison that
Ooh.
adds an additional D12 of poison damage to a weapon it's applied to.
Nice.
Darius, do you want to roll your D100?
I do. I have it all set up. My favorite number. That is scary.
Darius, as you push the button, it glows a violent red,
And you're dead.
and then an orange, and then a rainbow,
Rainbow roll.
and coming out of it is
5-star.
Gilgamesh.
coming out of it is a mechanical horse.
Wait, no, I'm not playing Lorgar. I do like this.
Yeah, Darius loves this.
Fascinating.
It is a mechanical horse. It is a full-size mechanical horse.
Oh,
Oh, it's Darius sized.
Well,
Yes.
that was unexpected.
it has 2 less limbs than me.
This is
That's
true.
true.
For now.
For now.
Too.
This is
And I
a
cannot
wait.
ride this.
this
wait,
is
did
a
you-
marvelous. This is a marvelous mount. It is a mount that requires no orders because it sort of connects to its user's mind, and it basically allows you to use your move action to move the mount instead. So if you're riding it, your move action is the mount's move action instead of having to
I
use
would
your action
love to see
command it.
Darius riding a horse.
I would. Well, it's a mechanical horse. No, I don't want to do that to the horse.
Would you like to? Would you like to ride the mechanical horse, Darius?
Oh, that'd be so
No,
fun.
but I do have a very sweet idea. I'm going to, if you'll forgive me, I'm going to scoop up both Luna and Evie and plop them
Ooh.
on top of the horse together.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is very fun.
Probably don't
I
drive
am
it
a
around
pie
the shop.
now.
Maybe out in the street.
I said me too when you said you had 2 more limbs in the horse, and then I realized I have 10 limbs. So I have more.
You do have a lot of
You have as many limbs as Darius would have combined with the horse.
Yeah, but Matt, you got
That's
the
a
5.
horrifying idea.
You got
I
one of the
do.
2 5-star rolls, so good job.
I'm
Nice.
basically a Mao and a horse combined limb-wise.
What a horrifying and fascinating thing you just said.
Sorry,
There's
what
a
was,
sentence that nobody's ever said before.
is it a wondrous mount or?
Yes, it is a wondrous
Marvelous
mount.
mount.
A marvelous mount. Horse. There are different versions of the marvelous mount.
God, it's like freaking.
Is there a
devil
Mal
fruit.
version?
There is a Mao version of the
I would
marvelous
find
mount.
that.
But
I'm
that
not
one's
sure
called
how
the
I'd feel about
marvelous. That one's the marvelous mount.
Okay, now I am offended.
Oddly enough, there's also a chubby hippogriff version of this one, too.
Oh.
Oh, chubby hippogriff.
But yeah.
Well, that is. I'm very grateful. This was a very lovely treat afterwards. We will certainly recommend. Do you want us to record a message saying you're our favorite store on?
Oh, no, please. Nothing so gauche.
Oh.
I'm Commander.
You're my favorite store on the Citadel.
I think Helio might be upset with us if we said that.
Does Helios
Helios
have
is not a
a
store.
shop himself? He
I mean, the
recommended
bar.
this place. Yeah, but that's a different thing. You know, like if you recommend a shoe shop, the restaurant down the street's not going to be offended.
Okay.
That depends on what restaurants you frequent.
Yeah, but that makes it weird.
So is there anywhere else that we needed to go here on the station?
I mean, we could still go to the fortune teller, but we no longer have to.
You know,
A
save us some money
dean.
then.
A dean.
Addine.
Adine.
Not
Ad-
Adine.
yeah.
That's a different
Yeah.
divination.
Not
isn't it?
a
that's a
dean,
different
which
name.
is an actual name.
I just realized that. That's funny. My brain. I love how my brain works sometimes.
Oh.
We could go to her maybe just for some like general advice. In case anyone else was feeling sort of lost or adrift or questioning their purpose.
Definitely.
Is
I
that-
just think it would be neat.
Is that a thought that's going around, Evie?
I don't know. Is it a
Evie,
thought
is
that
there
you've been
something you
having?
wanna-
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't
Why
know.
don't we go to the fortune teller? Well,
I think
Evie,
we should
come
go to
on.
the
Yeah,
fortune teller.
let's go to the fortune teller.
Yeah.
You can ride the horse.
Oh, good.
As you make your way towards Adine's tent.
I do have an important question, Will.
Yes.
So this is a mechanical horse, so it is made of metal of some kind.
Yes.
What sheen of metal? Like what color? Is it silver? Is it bronze?
Dealer's
coppery?
choice. Take your pick, Mac.
I would say it would be a lovely kind of, not chrome, but kind of a nice dull but very clean kind of metal.
There
So
you
I'm
go.
going to call the horse, its name shall be Argent.
There you go.
Ooh, good name.
yeah.
Argent.
Adine's tent, very
Argent,
lovely.
away!
Has a space theme to it. As like the flap
Lightning
is,
strike.
as you like come into it, you open up the flap, and there is just sitting there a little old lady, and she looks up and she says, "Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but yet only 4 arrive. Interesting."
What does that
Wait,
mean?
where's Rash?
Rash is there.
Okay.
So which one of us is not technically here?
Points at Rash.
Cliffhanger.
Interesting.
I try and touch Rash.
Rash is there.
I'm
Maybe she
confused
just
then.
breaks the fourth wall.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Does she look at
that's
the
what
camera?
this fortune teller's power is.
This fortune teller is the Deadpool of this universe.
Oh, Lord.
Ah.
So we can shoot her and it's fine then.
No, but in all seriousness, how can I help you today, friends?
Oh, you know, we've just got a lot of sort
Stuff?
of big things that need to be taken care of, and a lot of things that maybe should be top priority, but they're all happening at the same time. So which of them is actually meant to be our top priority is a little bit obfuscated at the
Well,
moment.
there is one less thing on your plate now.
That's ominous.
Wait,
She's
who
the black
stole
hole.
my food?
Oh, no one stole your food, dearie.
Oh,
Come, let us. Who would like their fortune read today?
Well, can I ask how much your services cost? We're a little strapped
That's
at the
fair.
moment.
Oh, my services are completely free. I simply ask
Oh.
that you listen to the reading.
you should do it, Evie.
Okay.
Evie sits.
All right.
That's all it
Evie,
takes.
As you sit down, she places a black crystal with a purple sort of inlay in it in front of you. Place your pseudopod on the crystal, dear.
Thank you for using the correct terminology.
Of course. Let us begin your reading. The crystal glows, and there is a faint glow now around you, Evie. It's sort of that black aura that has the purple just coursing through it. There is much that weighs on your mind. Troubles of your past becoming present. Fears of inadequacy. Not being enough, but yet you are surrounded by people who show you that you are.
Evie shrinks a little at having her whole ass shown in front of the party.
A caring aura about you, showing that you, though only for a short time, have surrounded yourself now with people who truly care. Yet your heart is still heavy with troubles of a past that should not matter any more that you have found the future. And though the future may be turbulent, its waves still carry you towards the finale. Whatever that may be.
To know what that might be.
Even if I could tell you, I would not. People do strange things when they fear the end is near. You should know that more than anyone.
So is the end near?
No, but people who think the end is near do strange things. Think of the doctor.
Well, he's wrong about a lot of things, so I've learned recently, but he's not wrong about that.
But the way he's doing it is wrong.
Well, yeah.
Fear drives him, and that is what a fear once removed continues to drive him. But that is not the person that matters.
Oh.
She looks directly at you, Evie. Sometimes, moving past your past can be the most difficult task. But once you have found your future, only things can come.
Only things can come? That's, well... Okay. Thank you.
Evie transparently is very disappointed. She
Anyone
sort of
else?
steps back and lets someone else take.
Okie dokie.
Luna, as you put your hand on the crystal, this aura is slightly different. It is pink with cyan blues.
Aw.
You will return home.
Where is...
And be alone for
Oh.
some time.
Oh.
Only with great effort will you be found again. But should you be found, the path before you at that point will be one much better than the path that you are walking now.
Oh.
And then the aura disappears. Next.
Okay, thank you.
I will abstain.
Vim, go put a nub on there.
He doesn't have nubs in him.
Oh.
We'll put a bug barb on the rock.
Vim's thinking,
I'm actually very curious to see what she can read about you.
Load with
Yeah.
dream god energy.
well, yeah, and some of the dream stuff kind of runs into this territory too. So let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, you put a nub on it.
A barb. 'cause
A
I don't have
barb?
nubs in it.
The aura surrounds Vim. You are here, yet you are not. An outsider who has found their way into the new home. Every day you stay, you become more accustomed to it. Dreams swirl around you. But in the sleep of death, what dreams may come? The aura disappears.
Then hops away from the thing, just hops away. He looks to the fortune teller, and in the fortune teller's mind, to hear the question, is it one of their deaths? And he kind of looks at the people around him. And to be clear, she can't respond in her mind. She would have to either do something
She would have
physical
to
or
talk.
say it out loud, or just do something physical. Like, just her response can't be the way his question was.
She looks at you, Vim. And then she just points at Darius.
Just nods.
Wait, what? Hold on, run that back.
None of y'all know why she's pointing at Darius.
Are you sure you do not wish to have your fortune read?
Yes.
Hey Darius, why don't you want to have your fortune read?
Reasons.
Well, clearly, but what reasons?
I am more interested in discovery, and I feel that knowing something ahead of time, and this is entirely personal, kind of spoils the experience. I wish one of the greatest joys in my life, honestly, is that moment of discovering something new, encountering something new, and I wish to come upon my discoveries and new ideas naturally. Inspiration is one thing. You can find inspiration in anything, and that's not, spoiling a thing. But I'm just not interested. No shade on anyone who's taking the reading. This is entirely my own personal beliefs.
But what if you learned information about the future that would help you survive it, and then you get to have more experiences?
I'm fine. I appreciate you trying to look out for me, Evie, but it's all right. I have Argent. It'll be okay.
Yeah, really weirdly quickly attached to this thing. Okay.
It's a beautiful piece
Well,
of
what's
craftsmanship.
not to be attached to? It's
This is-
very cute.
This is what I'm talking about.
Chad, will Argent become Swin's cart?
Ardent. Argent? Ardent.
Oh, don't do that to
Argent.
Matt. Don't do that to Matt.
Who knows?
Everything has its time, and oftentimes, who knows, destruction is necessary for creation.
As you all finish up these readings, Evie, your phone beeps. Beep 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 beep. And
we have
on
those.
it is a video message
Oh shit.
from Aaronhart.
Is it a spick
Oh.
Ooh.
You see Aaronhart standing there looking very disheveled, like they've just been through a full battle. And he just points to something beside him, which appears to be one of the black hole bombs.
Uh-oh.
Well, that was quick.
I've got the one in Gilded Garden, Evie. Mills filled me in, took care of it for all of you. At some point, we need to convene, as the Astral Elves have fallen to despair.
Evie just texts him back because why are we sending video messages when we can text? And it says, be there ASAP, TTYL, heart emoji, but it's specifically the greater than 3.
And I think as the party begins to make their way back to the ship to decide their next area, we zoom out back to that galaxy map, and that far right side where the elven space once was has now been consumed. You just see a lovely new flower, a vine growing around it, almost choking out that section of the garden. Thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling. Join us next time as our party, I think, might start going towards Pirate Land. Who knows? We'll find out. But regardless, next week we may be off, but the week after that we will definitely be off. So we may not see you until the 26th, but if we do, until the 3rd of May. But if we do not, then we'll see you all when we see you. Make sure to check out our other shows, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.